Three, two, one. Hey guys, it's your boy Yadam back here with Team PPG, and we're about to do a deck profile for a deck that kind of flew under the radar. Everyone thought it was a meme, but it's my boy Sergio proving green is really a machine. So I have Sergio here. He's going to show you his Mega Gargo deck. It has been putting in the work at locals, taking care of Mother D Reaper, security control, any blue Imperial Dramon hybrid deck that he's faced. He is just eating them up, and he has a pretty crazy ratio with it. So with that being said, I want to let Sergio go ahead, talk about his decisions, explain a couple things about the deck, and I'm gonna try to ask a couple questions when they're necessary. And go for it, man. Show us the deck.
Hey, what's up, guys? So we're gonna go over green Gargos, so it's probably tribal Terriermon. It's one of the decks I was excited for. A lot of people put this deck as low tier, C tier, but it does amazing when you know how to pilot it. But we'll just go into the deck. So I do run 5 eggs, four of the Gummymons. So Gummymon is when something becomes suspended, you draw a card. The whole deck is about suspension, punching things over, and this card is amazing. Your draw power for this card is absolutely insane. Sometimes you promote, have a terrier, and it just draw power for green, and it's what it needs, especially with the ratios I'm running. And the last egg is a Pinomon. Security control matchups do go up to the 5th egg, so you do want that. And these are just the babies we're running. We'll
Yeah,
move on.
very similar to Blue Hybrid. All draw eggs.
All draw eggs. Gotta see your pieces. Next, we are gonna go into the rookie lineup. So we are running 3 of the BT8 Terriermon, which is on play, search, reveal the top 5, and you can add any Gargo or Rapid. This adds 80% of your deck as your Gargos are level 4, your Rapids are level 4, your Rapid and 5 Mega Gargos are level 6. I'm only running 3 right now. I thought 4 was a little bit too much. 3 seems to be the sweet spot for the searcher for me. The next one we are running 4 of the brand new Terriermons with the inheritable. If something is suspended, this Digimon gets 2,000, and it's your turn when this is on the field. Anytime you drop a Tamer, you gain 1 memory. Your Izzy's become 1 drop. Your Henrys become 3 drops. Your Mimi become 3 drops. You can keep turn, do something else. At first, I didn't like this card at 4, but the more I played this deck, this card just does so much work when it comes to setting up the Tamers you need to be successful with this deck. Next, we have the OG memory blocker Terriermon. 4, we are running this as a memory blocker. There's so many memory boost people are playing, and once this is on the board, they have to go the extra mile to pop it. It's also another Terriermon, which we'll go into when we reach the level 4s. And the last 2, which at first I didn't like it, but the more I played it, this card is insane. This card, Kalimon, when you have a Terriermon, this comes down for 1, and then you can tap it, draw a card, gain a memory, give your Digimon 3,000 DP, and you're basically swinging over anything in the game. This just makes the memory efficiency of green a next level. And those are all the rookies we play.
I
All
think it's
right.
like a 13 rookie count. Pretty solid,
Uh,
especially for Sergio.
yeah. This deck, the meme of green is it always breaks. You never see your pieces. But with the baby, the rookies, we just have to see it.
A lot of
Next, we'll
consistency.
go into our level 4s. Funny enough, I run more level 4s than I do 3s. So, um, we're gonna go into Gargo. This is the OG Gargo Digivolve for 1. If something's suspended, inheritable, I get 1,000 DP. The reason why I'm running this is it's memory efficient. Sometimes it comes down for free, And this 1000 DP comes up a lot in matchups when you don't suspend something, but they still have a suspended Digimon. Then your Gargo's 14, your Chaosmon is 15, etc. Um, Next, it is the new Gargo from the set. At first, I did not like this card. Was thinking about cutting it, maybe running more of the one drops. But the more I played the deck, this 2000 DP inheritable and his own effect is absolutely insane because this effect states that if you have a green tamer, when you go from this to a 5, it reduces it by 1. It is not specific to a Digimon. It is not specific to a line. It is just go from this to a 5 if you have a green tamer in play. So your rapids become 2 drops. Um, and if you have tamers on board, they essentially become free. This card does work. And arguably one of the best cards in the deck and in the game right now, Rapidmon. We run a bunch of Terriers, go into Rapidmon for 3, suspend the board minus DP. This card is a mandatory 4 of. This card is insane, and it wins you games. And the last but not least, if every blue deck runs a hybrid, every red deck runs a hybrid, why not green?
Yep, Lobo
One
for a
of
game.
Arbormon, Lobo for game. In our case, Arbormon for game. This has come up so many times, and with the amount of tamers we run, it is definitely a needed necessity in this deck. Those are our level 4s, and I believe it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 11 level 4s.
That's correct. I like that ratio.
Next, we're going to go into our 5s. Arguably, the reason why green can push damage so much is because of this Rapidmon right here. So this new Rapidmon, it is if you have a green Digimon, you may suspend one thing, automatically activating all your triggers of your previous Digimon. You draw a card with a baby. This guy becomes 7, 8, 9, 11K, level 5, and you suspend something, and it's inheritable if you go on top of it. If you suspend something, that Digimon gets +1 security, which is you do a lot of damage with this guy. I was running him at 3, but with the amount of tamer support I put into this, running this at 4, suspending something, it is always a good time, and my opponents hate when I draw this card. And then you can't be playing green without your Digisorption package because sometimes you just don't see the boy. You got to go into the Blossomon or the Argomon. I have a meme when I play this deck. When I do go into Argomon and I'm on my 6, I swing and I just say Lord Nightmon effect, and I will summon, a level 3 Terriermon Searcher, Terriermon Blocker, and it just snowballs from there. Digisorption into your 6 is also a valid play because you freeze them. Because they suspend, they can't unsuspend. So the Digisorption package in this deck is very, very good. And these are all our level 5s for the deck. Now, moving on to the MVPs of the deck, the OG Mega Gargo. We're running it at 3. We know what it does. On Digivolve, suspend something, it doesn't unsuspend. And if my opponent has a suspended Digimon, it gets security +1. Combine that with Rapid, you're swinging for 3 checks. And combine that with the other inheritable, he easily goes to about 16, 17K with a perfect line and nothing stopping this guy. But we do run him at 3. I like the ratio I have right now. I run him at 3, and I run the new Gargo at 3 as well. This guy suspends based off how many tamers you have. They do not unsuspend, and when you swing, you bounce something equal to his DP. The highest I've gotten this guy with the help of this little green dude and the perfect line is 20K. He literally bounces everything in the game, and he's swinging for two. It's absolutely a great time. Um, there are some plays where sometimes you don't want to bounce things, but it is a mandatory effect, so we do have to do it. But if you see this guy early on, the board control you have is pretty insane.
So
And those
just
are the
6 Gargos. That's crazy.
just
Six
just just six Gargos.
and a dream. 6 Gargos and a dream. All right, and what's
And
what's
then
the tippy tippy top?
the tippy tippy top for them good mother matchups is just one Chaosmon. One Chaosmon. At last locals, there were so many mothers, and every time I dropped this card with the inheritables that I had, because mothers always summon searcher, summon something, you suspend it. I get all my DB boosts, and I just go reset the board, kill your mother, you have to start over again. This easily swings over mother. I'm currently running it at a one because you just need to reset them once, and I think that's all you need. And mother hates this card. Nothing more to be said about it, but that is the tippy tippy top of this deck, the Chaosmon. Now we're gonna go into, I believe, the heart of the deck, and it's gonna be our Tamers. We're running three of the starter deck Izzies. You suspend with almost every card in this deck, and he makes plays incredible. Your rapids become two drops. Your four into your five that's already being reduced by one. Now your five becomes a one drop with just one Izzy. If you have two Izzies, is essentially free. This Tamer, every time I see it, I just hard play. It doesn't matter what the situation is, because this for the long term of the deck is insane. And then to match it, we have Willis. Now, Willis is on play, hatch an egg, and then when I go into a gargoyle rapid, suspend it, reduce it by one. Now my rapid mons are basically one drops because I go tap Willis, reduce it by one, go into rapid for two, tap Izzy, and now it's a one cost. The memory efficiency in this deck, it is set up, but it is once you get there, there's no one stopping you. And the boy himself, Henry. Henry is a floater, and when you swing with a rapid, you suspend this and you suspend one of your opponent's Digimon. One thing to note with the new Mega Gargo is for you to bounce something, it has to be suspended. So this combo is crucial if you want to maintain that board control. If you don't have any way of suspending your opponent's Digimon, and this is your only guy on board, because on initial Digivolve, he'll suspend something. But if you play something new and I don't have a way to suspend it, that's when this card loses a lot of its value and it hurts. But if you get this early on, anything they put on board is getting instantly bounced. And the last tamer in the play is a one of Mimi. Mimi, you're playing a green deck, you're playing Mimi. Suspending this to hatch an egg or to promote is absolutely insane. No other color can do this. There's a crazy combo with you go Willis, you hatch an egg. If you already have Mimi on board, you go rookie, Mimi, promote. That's another swing people don't see coming. And this ratio is perfect for me. And the last three slots of the deck, one of HPD, because it's limited, and two memory boost. Memory boost, just search for your pieces more. And if you don't see your tamer sometimes, your Mega Gargo, you pop it, your Mega Gargo, just choke your opponent, searcher, it's what you need. And that is Mega Gargo. I've been
Yeah,
having a lot of success with it. I've played against the mothers. I've played against the Imperials. Like give it a shot and you will have a great time. Learn the matchups and this deck rewards you.
yeah, I can't stress this enough, guys. I have played against Sergio with a plethora of decks. I have played the matchup. I thought the deck when we first came out, we were testing EX2. I thought it was a very underwhelming deck, or I thought it was going to be a very underwhelming deck, and I was pleasantly surprised. It definitely has an insane amount of board control, and I can't stress how strong Henry is at maintaining a lead. Once you have him set up and you have a Mega Gargo, it's very oppressive. It's almost like the Sora Joe lock, where like you have to build in the back because if you put in the front, then you're kind of screwed because Henry's gonna just take you over. So honestly, it's a very, very powerful deck. And as Sergio said, the more matchup knowledge, and this goes with every deck, but with decks like these in specific, these rogue decks, you are forced to learn the matchups, and your opponent doesn't know yours. And by doing so, you gain that extra advantage. So thank you, Sergio, for joining us, showing us this really cool deck profile, being the Green Machine Master. And as always, guys, check out our YouTube for more content. Continue to support us. Comment what you guys like, what you don't like, and obviously test this deck out for yourself. Give us any tips or anything that has been working out for you. And like always, guys, stay topping.
Stay topping.
Later.